taking your audience questions. You can email us or you can leave a voicemail. Here's a voicemail question left on our 24-hour voicemail number. It's 219-2-DAVID-P. Let's listen.
Hi, David. I'm a second-year college student. I have two questions for you. Thinking about back in your college days, How did you study? What worked and what didn't work for you? And how do you develop your public speaking skills? Thank you.
All right, so let's see. First, studying in college. To be honest, I really didn't study that much in college. I did the minimum. I went to every class. That was a big thing. I went to every class, listened, and took detailed notes. And for me, the study process was the process of taking notes. And I was able to, for the most part, retain what I needed from that. I didn't get straight A's, but this was good enough for like a B+ average. And I think in general, what works best now when I need to do different types of studying, like to remember a lot of facts for an interview, that type of thing, I'll read several articles. I will jot down some notes about key points, and then I will rewrite those notes into my own words. And usually that process of read, notate, and rewrite makes me kind of like internalize the information. I find that to be kind of the best thing, Lewis.
Yeah, I really haven't done enough of this. I haven't explored it at all. I haven't explored what works for me in any way, really. All I would do was, like you said, take notes, and then if I needed to, briefly skim over them, and I got by. But I'm sorry I can't be more helpful. I really didn't, I don't know, try to figure out what works best for me.
All right, and then as far as the study, or rather public speaking, I don't think I have very good public speaking skills. What people may not realize, we sit in rooms where it's nice and quiet and there's no people watching us. So it really is very different when we're on camera than being in front of a crowd. I spoke last month at a private high school in front of like 700 students and 100 or so teachers. And I was nervous, and I didn't think that my public speaking skills were really up to par. It's something I'm hoping to improve. In general, the more prepared I am with the material, the more it feels like I'm just casually talking to people about something I really am familiar with. That's what reduces nerves for me. The amount of people may always make me nervous. And I think I've spoken to some pretty experienced public speakers, and they say if you're not a little nervous, then you may have lost your edge. So that's actually not a bad thing altogether. But the worst thing is feeling like you're just not prepared with the material. And fortunately, when I was up at this private school, the material I was perfectly familiar with. So once I got going, I became much less nervous. Good questions. Keep the questions coming. DavidPakman.com. Click on Contact Us or the voicemail line 219-2-DAVID-P.